Hello, my awesome friends, AI creatives. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another episode of AI Creatives Connect. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Today, we're going to be talking about a number of things. We're going to be talking about version 5 of Suno, which is making everyone crazy. And we're also going to be talking about what are you afraid of? We are going to move into a discussion about what are you afraid of? And that's really what I want to talk to you about tonight. Let's amp up the discussion because I know some of you are scared. Let's be honest. Some of you're kind of dabbling a little bit into the world of music. Let's not even call it AI. You know what? Let's not call it AI. Let's call it music. Some of you are dabbling into the world of music, but you're not putting anything out. Why are you not putting anything out? Why are you not releasing your music? Now, the thing I hear oftentimes from people is, I don't feel I'm good enough. I'm not a good enough musician. I can't play the guitar very well. I can't play the keys very well. Well, you know what? I've got news for you. AI in Suno version 5 has taken all those excuses off the table. Those of you who are like, oh, I really think I've got something good, but I feel like a hypocrite. Give me a break. Aren't you understanding that the playing field has changed? Aren't you understanding that it's not about how many licks you can play on the keys? Now, think about Simon, right? You know who I'm talking about. Simon is one of the fiercest judges, not just on AGT, but on many other episodes of programs that we've seen on air. He's brutal. He goes for the jugular and but can Simon sing a song to save himself? No, but he's got credibility. And where's the credibility from? By raising artists, helping them get into the industry. It does not mean he knows how to play an instrument. It does not mean he knows a C major chord from an F sharp minor. You getting what I'm saying? So the playing field has changed. You can be the next Simon in your own arena. You decide, oh, this sounds good. Oh, this is garbage. Come on now. The people who don't play instruments, they're the most opinionated of all. Whether it's jazz, whether it's R&B, whether it's hip-hop, whether it's rock, whether it's folk, the people who listen, just the average Joe on the street who doesn't even understand anything about music theory, those are the consumers. So they'll tell you if your music is great or not. So if you were once upon a time a consumer and you're now coming into this world of AI music and you're excited, you love what you're hearing, you feel it's good, I don't begrudge you. I don't care whether you can play a fiddle or whether you can play a kazoo. It makes no difference. What makes a difference is your story, because everyone's got a story. On this channel, I was speaking to one of our subscribers, and this individual was telling me how they wrote a song about a family member who ran off with someone else. And I listened to the track, and it was so profound. And it's very sobering and very touching. This individual is telling their story through their music created with AI. Now, even though this individual dabbled a little bit into music in high school, that should not define whether you have the authority to create and put out your story. You see, you are restricting yourself. You are standing in the way of your progress. If you're there on the sideline saying, oh, I wonder if I should release this. I want to challenge you today. Who's quarreling with you? Who's shaming you? Does anyone know you are putting music out? Look, you don't even have to use your real name. Go get a stage name, but put your truth out. Put your music out. Put your story out. Because doing that will open further inroads for your creativity. I challenge you. What is holding you back? Why are you the little mouse in the corner thinking, oh, I love this AI stuff, but I just want to play with it? Come on now. Let me tell you what to do. Should I tell you what to do? Go to distrokid, set up an account. You don't have to use your real name. Put your music out. You will feel good about it. Stop sitting down on your creativity. Oh, well, I didn't really create it. I guess the AI Don't be funny. Look, you put the words in, you hit the button. That's enough. That's enough. I'm not of the opinion that, oh, music should only be for a select few. Those who went to music school and did music up to grade, whatever. No, I don't care. I don't care whether you can play, because back in the day, we would take a pen, I would put a little strip of paper in, and there you got your auto kazoo. I don't care whether you play that, or whether you play, I don't care the equipment you've got, but you've got a story. And this is the democratization of music. So you need to embrace it. Now, for those of you who are more experienced musicians, I'm just going to look at you. Because what are you doing? You know a thing or two about music. You understand pitch. You understand harmony. Some of you can play till the cows come home. And you're still on the sidelines, not putting your music out? Who's going to put it out for you? When are you going to put it out? Tomorrow is not promised for everyone. Honestly, I have friends who I had plans about what we were going to do. I had this friend, we were planning, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get you to write this book on this and that, because I'm also a coach in anything creative. So writing books, I encourage people, and I can show you how to write books. But this individual, we had a plan. Okay, you're going to write this and you're going to do this, and I'll show you the way, I'll show you the trajectory to do it, because I know how all the mechanisms work Whether you're going independent, whether you're going Lulu, whether you're going KDP, whatever, I'll show you. And sadly, before I could even blink, she was gone. She was gone. Passed away. Suddenly. Suddenly. Just a brain bleed. It was very sudden. And within weeks of me being out of the country, and I come back and they're like, oh. Actually, before I got back, I remember I was watching, because we belong to this group, and I'm watching the group announcements, and they share this person's obituary. Tomorrow isn't promised to everyone. And I'm not fear-mongering, I'm just being perfectly honest. I had another person who was a mentor, a very dear person to me, who helped me develop my confidence and my speaking voice. And one day, they appeared in an obituary. Ed is no longer with us. So, I'm sharing these stories because I know a lot of people procrastinate. And my mantra is very simple. Don't take your greatness to the grave. I don't mean to make this a very somber, dark Wednesday AI Connect meeting. But I just have to share my philosophy with you. Because people are like, why do you go so hard? Why do you do this? Why do you put out so much content? I put out content because I want to touch the people that I'm sent to. I believe that we're all sent to someone. And if you can touch the people you're sent to, in my opinion, then your work is being done. And that's how I see it. Do you know what music does for people? The power that music contains? And when you unleash your music, when you unbottle it, and you put it out, and the right person hears it, you've made a difference. Whether you used AI, whether you went to a big old studio like I used to go to back in the day, the reel-to-reel days, the 2.5 thick old reel-to-reel, and you'll have to align it, and you have to find places to cut it and insert and all that crazy stuff. Whether you created the music with that, or you created with Pro Tools, or you created with ADAT, or you were in the world of Tascam, those puny little 4-track tape recorders where you could record 4 tracks and then you begin balancing it, milking it for all it's worth, and passing it through a big old console. Whether you did it that way, or whether you use Suno, it makes no difference. It makes no difference. Now, what got me fired up? Let me share this with you. Because a lot of you might wonder, okay, who's this guy and why is he so excited about AI? I had forgotten about what my daughter showed me. I try to just move on and, just focus on the grunt work, the grindstone way of doing things. When you talk about sequencing, programming, whatever I hear, I can sequence, I can program. And as a musician, I took a lot of delight in that. There's this chip on the shoulder we musicians have. Yeah, what are you going to show me that I can't play or that I can't do? So that was my attitude until one day I'm watching this influencer who just influences in all things technology to make money. And she's showing how she's putting her music out there through distrokid. And I felt ashamed, to be quite honest, as a musician. This lady's ahead of the game, and here you are on your hind end like a dumb schmuck, just looking at AI pass you by, trying to defend, well, I can play whatever I want. I can sequence whatever I want. I've got all the chords, I've got the oases, I've got the tridents and the motifs. And I realized how stupid I was being. Because all that don't mean jack when people are listening to a banging track and they are moved by it. I don't care whether you made it using a chord Kronos or a Casio. The question is, does the music move you? If the music moves you, you got to just fess up and pivot. So, for those of you virtuosos on the guitar and on the keys, Suno does not discriminate. Suno will give you a great prompt response, regardless. Now, if you are a musician, you can use it to your advantage because you can craft your prompt by performing and playing and feeding it in. And to those who are scared, I don't want to feed my music in, I don't want to feed it in, it's going to steal my melody. Have you read about machine learning? Do you know the probability of your exact melody being given to someone else? It is so low that I wouldn't even bother about that if I were you. I just get to work. The proof of creativity is in your output. So if you are truly creative and you're killing the game, you do not need to have everything in place before you begin releasing your music. Start releasing your music today. Okay? I have a few points I want to share with you, and then I'm going to be done for the evening. I'm going to let you go on your merry way or your morning, wherever you are. The greatest regret. Let's talk about the greatest regret. What is the greatest regret that people have? The greatest regret people have in life, it isn't what they did. It's what they never did. I want to give a shout out to the postal worker, the former postal worker who sent me a message this evening and said, Phil, one of my greatest ambitions is to be able to release music where I played all the instruments and sang. And if I cannot do that because it's such a tall order, then I want to do it with AI. Think about that. Isn't that remarkable? It is absolutely remarkable because a lot of people have no ambition, no target. So the greatest regret is a song's never released. Today I released a 23-year-old track on Ending Spiral. And as I was releasing just the one track, I heard a voice in my conscience, Phil, what about all that stuff on on YouTube under the Phil C channel. Have you folks subscribed to my Phil C channel? You need to go to my Phil C channel. Let me send it to you. It's youtube.com/@PhilC. And the reason why I'm showing you this channel is because for the longest time, I was like many people who had no ambition. Just waffling around in music, having no ambition. It's not nice. You should have an ambition, work on some goals, right? So I started realizing, oh, I need to go get that track and that track. So I went to my YouTube, and all the tracks that I hadn't released, I was able to pull some of them together, and I put out the release. Finally, I ate my own dog food. Because, it's easy for me to come on here and say, oh, you need to release an album. You need to put your stuff out there. And then I'm the biggest hypocrite if I don't do it. So I have put out 5 albums, five albums and many EPs in the past 3 months. Why? I already have so much creative resource. And I'm looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, you got to put this out. You got to put this out. You got to put this out. So the greatest regret that many people have is the stories never told. I want to thank those of you for coming through. Anna Carpenter says, your tracks sound amazing. Thank you. I think AI is here to stay. AI is a tool for music production. I absolutely believe that, Anna. Yes, indeed. I think so, too. And Anna says, the world is changing. Absolutely. Postmodern Victoria, how you doing? She says, I'm old enough to remember when they said synthesizers would destroy music. And here we are. Isn't that true? What haven't they said? Pro Tools is the devil. It's got to take people's jobs. Don't do it. Synthesizers are the devil. Miles Davis, you're a sellout. Pianos are not that great. You better stick to the harpsichord. Oh, the guitar is just for commoners. Stick to the lute and harp. Isn't that what they heard all through time? So when you hear people say things like this, you just got to chuckle and say, yeah, I smell the past coming back in today's present, trying to deceive us all over again. So my friends, the question for you is, what are you afraid of? I want to challenge you. Damn the consequence. There ain't no consequence other than your regret. Do it, right? The excuse is gone. People say my music isn't good enough, Phil. Well, AI has taken that off the table. Partner with a producer. 1 hour with a coach to get your track released. I'm very soon going to start my services allowing people to sit with me in a studio vantage point as a producer. I'll help you get your stuff out. If you can't do it yourself, it's okay. Sometimes you just need a coach, someone to push you in the right direction, someone to ask you the open-ended questions that helps you look introspectively. What am I doing with my music? What am I doing with my talent? Some of you are songwriters. Oh my goodness. Some of you can write songs till the cows come home, but you're sitting down on a pile of songs. Where do you want to go with those songs? My philosophy is very simple, folks. I ain't going nowhere with my stuff. No matter how good it is, I can't take it out of the world. That's why I admire the greats, the Handels, the Mozarts. I admire them. Those folks, they died empty. They'd given all that they had. Scores and scores of musical pieces. I want to be like that. I want to be like someone take, I guess I'll just die with all my greatness in me. No, don't take your greatness to the grave. Don't do that. And it has nothing to do with whether you believe in an afterlife or not. It's just foolish to hold on to your music and not give it away. Pay it forward. Regardless what you believe, pay it forward. Someone paid it forward for you. I was looking at a Coltrane last night. I was looking at John Coltrane riffing up and down that saxophone. I was looking at McCoy, and I'm like, wow, I'm grateful for these guys. These guys inspire me. They are long gone. McCoy was the last one who left us. But Elvin Jones, Jimmy, John, they're all gone. Let's not even look that far into the world of jazz. How about everyday modern pop music? The king of pop, right? Where would you be without the music of Michael? You kidding me? Now, there's no excuse. Some people say, well, I'm not Michael, Phil. No, you don't have to be Michael. So stop telling me your music ain't good enough. Suno has changed the game. Version 5 is sick. It is absolutely, I don't even know what to call it. It's just like magic. It's like, is this real? Is this a magic trick? So if you are scared that your music isn't good, AI takes that off the table. If you're scared of being judged, people are going to judge you. People judging me for going to AI. You sold your soul to AI. I just laugh. But releasing gives the right people a chance to find and support you. For how long do you want to play on the sidelines when people... So that lady that I talked about, the influencer who was putting out her music, I felt ashamed. I'm like, Phil, are you dumb? What are you doing? This lady isn't even a musician. She's putting her music out, and she's gotten thousands of views because she's putting out music that is touching people. Who am I to judge her? So I changed. And then I started thinking, well, what if someone takes my music? And then I immediately put on my information technology hat. And I said, Phil, you know how machine learning works. Read about how Suno is trained. Read about how Audemy is trained. And as I went back, because I should know this stuff, right? Because I'm quite technical. So I went back and started reading, and I realized that the probability of my precious little track, someone's going to take it. I realized that the probability of that happening is extremely low. So low that it's dumb to use it for an excuse. Even if someone has a melody that you feel, oh, that sounds quite like mine, but no one can steal your voice. No one can steal your story. No one can steal your quirky inflections that are peculiar to you, right? No one can say, hee hee, like Michael. That is his, right? No one can take what is yours. And you got to hold on to what is yours by releasing what you create, right? You can lock it in legally if you want, but don't use that as an excuse for silence. Are you afraid of technology? AI is not a replacement, it's a lever. It will always be a lever. No matter how good Suno 5 is, listen to me. Because some of you, I also want to talk to those who are getting bent out of shape and are mad. Some of you be mad, you're wilding about Suno. You're angry that music is now democratized. How dare these peasants who can't even play a B flat dare to put music out? Now the whole market is saturated. Welcome to the free world of music, buddy. Because it ain't going anywhere. Nothing's happening. Nothing's changing. Oh, well, I can't wait to see what UMG is going to do to Suno. Get over it. UMG's striking deals with Suno. You think they're stupid? Everyone is looking at the world of AI, and it's very clear what is going to happen. The likes of Suno, first to market in this big way, they're going to keep riding that wave. The second and third and fourth to market, they're going to be there as well. Are you going to keep whack-a-mole going on for forever? You're going to get so tired. You're going to make that your life ambition? Don't be dumb. AI isn't going anywhere. No matter how much you fight it, no matter how much you hate the peasant music that's out there will always be peasant music. Don't be dumb. Look at Milli Vanilli. Look at all those other groups. And I don't want to mention all of them, but you know who they are. They put stuff out, and without autotune, they're dead in the water. Without the producer, look at Boney M. Everyone thought that it was that guy who was doing all the singing. You know, he's a great dancer and a great showman, Bobby, rest his soul. But at the end of the day, it was the producer doing all the, he's crazy like, it was him with that big old bass voice. So there will always be puppet masters. There will always be trash music, even if there's no AI. And even with AI. So today I was just listening to some tracks and I felt, okay. It's flawless, but very little creative thought, very little creativity. The words, you can almost tell. These days it's getting very easy to tell music that was created solely by AI without a human in the loop. Or someone who woke up today and said, oh, I'm gonna create a song. What are you gonna write about? I don't know. Give me a song, AI. You can kind of tell those tracks from those that have put a little bit more thought into their lyrics. The lyrics are important. There's a way a human writes when they're in it. And I'm beginning to tell. I have also started detecting when there's a human in the loop projecting a human melody, harmony, ideas. And for those, it's very difficult to detect that it was solely AI because there are a lot of human landmarks. You get what I'm saying? So that whole, well, I guess everyone's going to have peasant music. Stop it. The way DAWs are moving, you're going to have Suno with their acquisition of WavTool, with version 5, with Suno Studio. It's inevitable. Suno is going to end up projecting all their magic, their arcane arts of AI music. It is going to be, I can see the Suno plugin being in Pro Tools, if they want to play with Pro Tools, because they're going to be at such a vantage point that they wouldn't even care if Pro Tools or Logic says, oh, we're not going to do business. Suno won't even care. Why? Because Suno's DAW, when they get done with that thing, it's going to be crazy. Think of an idea. Here's the idea. Get the stems. They're going to be clean, no artifacts. Convert the stems to MIDI. Put them back into your external DAW, and you are on your way. You're on your way. The technology is already in the output. All those plugins, it's already there. You can hear them. So, if you're afraid of technology, come over to the dark side. Someone says, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too young. You're not too old or too young. Today's the day. Now's the time, right? Oh, I'm too behind. That's a big fat lie. If you're breathing, you're right on time. I don't care whether you are in a wheelchair, whether you are bedridden, whether you have mobility limitations, whether you have some limited cognition. As long as you are living and breathing, my friend, there's a way. You can create music with your voice. Go to Producer AI. When it's finally out, you don't even need to click a mouse that many times. But I believe that technology is going to allow people to have access to quality music. So if you're breathing, you're right on time. Are you afraid of wasting money or time? You know, the real waste? Sitting on my hind end for 20 years, not releasing music that I could have. Now, for whatever reason that I didn't, now I don't have any excuse. So I'm going to be offering coaching for people who want to release their music but don't know how eventually. I haven't started yet, but I will, because I really have a vision for people to speak their truth in music. Tell your story in music. help the world. Music makes the world a better place. I don't care however many millions of people are creating music, it's still never enough because we all have our immediate circle of influence. And if you are affecting the world with your story, maybe it's just a funny story. Like very recently, I released a single about the man in the yellow suit. It's just dumb nonsense, but it's funny. I released it because I want people to have a laugh. I talk about a man in a yellow suit who is like, he's a creep, he's dubious. And it's not for any other reason than making people laugh. And sometimes music just needs to be taking a chill pill, you know. And if your music is like that, so what? What if your music is just purely instrumental? So what? Right? So I am encouraging people everywhere. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, this maniac is telling you, put your music out there. And look, for those people who like, Phil, thank you very much, but I do not want AI. This doesn't even have to be about AI. I'm challenging you. What are you doing with your human-made music? What are you doing going to the studio every single week? Putting down ideas, always putting down ideas. You haven't even released one stinking track. Not even one. Not a single track in your 20 years of 30 years of playing. Some of you have been playing, some of you have been doing stuff for everyone else for 50 years. I'm trying to not curse. But it aggravates me, not in a negative way, but for you. But for you. When are you going to do your own stuff? Yeah, you're a sideman and you're doing that hustle to bring in the bag, but when are you going to let your stuff be free? You're doing this sideman show for everyone else, and you've got greatness in you, and no one even remotely knows you've got compositions because you're holding on to them, sitting down on top of them, or just plain old no ambition. Yeah, you're a sideman, but you're also a leader. Or hey, what about my friends who are the backup vocalists? Come on now. You know, Luther did a lot of background vocals, but he knew that he had greatness in him. And he jumped out and did stuff. I'm hoping that the democratization of music is going to help some of you amazing vocalists. I cannot stand seeing you on the sidelines all the time. You need to be out there. And you know what? This age of AI is the best age because you know where things are going. Where things are going, live music is going to become more dear. It's going to become more precious because you would listen to a lot of AI-generated tracks. And that's okay, but people are going to want that human connection to see someone, seeing as believing. Let me actually see someone sing this thing so I know that a human can do it. Or just so I have that connection. You get my point. So I hope I've addressed my instrumentalists, my singers, and my songwriters. This has leveled the playing field. And I am really hoping, really hoping that this time in December, when I do my end of year rundown, what have you accomplished as a musician? I'm going to hope that some of you say, Phil, I released my first single. It's very simple. Go to DistroKid. Sign up. The album that I came out with today, I've been sitting on that music for 23 plus years until I had the sensibility to release it yesterday. And money, the question of money, I can't afford a studio. Do you know how much studios were back in those days? You pay hundreds an hour. I almost went broke just going to studios over and over again. You know, I would do sessions. I'll get my payment for the sessions and I'll put it back into studio fees to release more music. Now, you don't have to do that. $8 measly dollars. And Suno is going to hike that thing up. I'm not giving them ideas. I just know there's no way they're going to keep that at $8. That'll just be a giveaway. Because already the value of what I've got from Suno, I put it at tens of thousands. Honestly, tens of thousands. It helps me with composition. It helps me catalog my ideas. It helps me keep stuff in a way that I can track them. I can find songs. Are you kidding me? $8 measly dollars. We're spoiled in this age, I'm telling you. You know what? I wish I had a time machine and I could take all this Suno stuff and go back to 1980. Not even 80, 1990. I would run circles around every single producer because of Suno. But even though you can't go back in time, you can still be the best version of yourself right now. So I want you to begin thinking, my friend, what am I going to do with this? Everyone is sent to someone. The late, great Chick Corea was sent to me. I met him backstage at Cabot Hall in London. And he was so gracious to give me a lesson in improvisation. He unlocked my rigid mind, my linear thinking. And Chick spoke to my handicap in improvisation. I will never be bound because of that man. Take Six, a group I started listening to in 1989. They were sent to me as well. I was a finalist in their Spread Love competition back during COVID. And if you haven't watched my interview with Take Six, you can find it on their Spread Love podcast. But Take Six's arrangements are mind-blowing. And you know what? A lot of what you hear in my album that I released last night, it's got Take Six all over it. How? Because I ate, breathed, and drank Take Six. I haven't met them in person as well. We had a concert here Musical Instrument Museum. Anything Take Six, I'm always on board. Because those guys liberated my thinking, the same way Chick Corea liberated my thinking. To mention a few. And in that same token, your buddy Phil has been sent to help you. What is holding you back? How can I help? How can I assist? That's the question. If you have any questions, any concerns, put them in the chat. I'd love to answer them. That's the end of my monologue for tonight. We're going to jump back into some music while I take any questions that might have come up. I see we got a few chats in. Avery Scott. Thank you. Avery Scott says, I'm enjoying your channel. I'm looking forward to releasing new music using Suno. Oh, Jazz Funk, you're going to have a ball. I have many songs not out, but now absolutely, Avery. I celebrate your music because Jazz Funk, I love Jazz Funk. I love funk. I love jazz. I know you're going to have a ball. And, Suno is up to the task. It's up to the task. It can, the best thing to do, Avery, is to engineer a prompt with audio. I'm going to show, some examples tonight. We're going to the lab real quick before it hits the top of the hour. Carlos Vari Productions says, I wanted to ask you, Phil, do you know about BandLab? I think so. I've heard of BandLab. I need to go check out BandLab. So tell me, what does it do? Is it like a DAW? Thank you for introducing me to that. I got to... Oh, okay. That looks familiar. Okay. I'll go check it out again. It seems like I've encountered it, but not really dabbled enough into it. SOJ Music Lab, welcome, my friend. Old school church musician. I love it. You should try out the gospel on version 5 of Suno. Have you? Waited for this technology so I could release music. I was creating vocals and thought it was the greatest thing until I heard Suno. Now I upload my songs for remix. I tell you, the harmonies that this thing comes up with is scary. It's scary. I mean, this tool has been trained so well. But when you really break it down, it is 12 notes. Let me go in here so we can have a quick lesson for those who are not really thinking in that direction. When you think about music, right? Music is based on those 12 notes. Let's get that thing up again. Put it over here. All right. So going over to this website of mine, if you go to home, I have a keyboard here because I'm really big on teaching people the art and the science behind what they do. So you can actually hear the melody being played. So in music, you actually have 12 notes. You have 12 notes. And think about it. There are infinite combinations of these notes to make melody and harmony and chordal backgrounds. And it's so fascinating that even though we just have 12 notes, people always come up with a new representation of that. And that's why going into my environment generator, I wanted to make things simple for the little guy, right? The little girl, the little guy, someone who's just coming in. Now imagine someone who's coming into music newly. They get into Suno, right? And they've got an idea that they want to implement. I'm going to show you how easy it is these days to use the technology available. Are you ready? Let's go in here. Let's go to my world music generator. Okay. Let's go to Asia. Let's go to something from China. And let's select some parameters here. Natural acoustic sound, obviously pentatonic scale, something monophonic, and something lively. Generate my prompt, copy my prompt, go into Suno. Good day, friends. That's all. That's all I want to say. Good day, friends. Let me come out of that and go back to where it was. Here we go. Okay. And this is my song. This is the song. Good day, friends. Good day, friends. Wishing you a great day. I like simple songs because they're easier to remember and they're easier for virality. And all I'm going to do at this point, since I don't have any audio, I'm just going to hit create. And you sit back and you see what Suno is going to do. Remember, this is world music. So the advantage of it being Western is taken off the table. Let's see how good Suno really is.
Good day, friends. Good
Very realistic.
Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day.
I mean, come on now. Wasn't that a masterpiece? Let's listen to the second one.
Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day.
I like that. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. I like that. I like that. So, assuming you wanted something from a different part of the world, let's go to Africa, let's go to somewhere in Ethiopia, and let's choose at random some of these parameters. So for those of you that haven't been there, it's philc.net. Generate your prompt, and same words, boom. Paste in a brand new prompt and create. And this is how you iterate. And honestly, as a human in the loop in the music process, you got to do a lot of this, a lot of, iterations, a lot of generation. Some have to be outright deleted because they're not that great. Version 5 hallucinates a little bit, and that's okay. It's in beta. But imagine what it'll be like when it's totally done, Okay. So that's the flute. Honestly, the quality of the instruments in version 5 is something else. And if you got headphones on, you can hear the panning is very pristine. It has more width than version 4.5. It's truly amazing. Very realistic sound. Hear that drum? That flute? Oh my gosh. That is just too awesome for words. It's unbelievable. So what we're going to do next, my friends, we're going to go into the environment generator. This is going to be the last one for the night. We're going to do something neo-soul. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it. So over here we can go to R&B and soul, neo-soul. We can have something melancholic or something energetic and upbeat, something fast, something complex. Let's say want some Rhodes, some funky electric bass. Let's see what else we got. Muted. Okay, let's go for that. Some drums. Oh, crisp, clean 808s. No. Jazzy. Yeah, that's probably more like it. Something warm and analog, and something evolving and dynamic. Hit that. Boom. There's your master prompt. Get in there. Same song. Same song, my friends. Watch what's going to happen when we put in this secret sauce from philc.net. Same words. Same words, but check this out. We're going to get a supersized neo-soul version of what you've been hearing. And I already know, if I can judge from what I've seen version 5 do in the past 24 hours, it's going to blow our minds, as it always does. Let's check it out. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Good day, friend. Good day, friend. Good day, friend. Good day, friend. Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day.
It's terrible.
Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day.
Wow. Let's hear this next one. Oh no.
Good day, friends. Good day, friends. Good day, friends. Good day, friends. Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day. Wishing you a great day.
There you have it. The craziness of Suno version 5. I don't know what to say about version 5. It's just such a game changer that, look, for the first time, let me be honest, I had to go rewind my last album because I'm like, what in the world is this thing playing on that bass? And I had some crazy electric bass, so clean, punchy, and it played this line. And I was in the car when I was listening, but the moment I got out of the car, I had to go to my keyboard to figure out. So AI can actually make you a better musician. It can make you hear stuff that you got to go learn. AI is not going away. It's only going to make those who want to learn better musicians. If you could play everything that AI plays for you, do you know how valuable that would be? It's actually changing my game, I'll be honest. And I heard a few chordal lines. I'm like, what is that? That wasn't a chord I played. I know the chord I played. What is that? I had to go listen a few times. So it's exciting times, and I wish you all the best in your creative journey. Don't stop. Be inspired. I want to challenge you. As Colors Vary Productions said in the chat, it's soon going to be Christmas for those of you who celebrate that. Well, maybe you're not a Christmas person, but you can release something before the year runs out. I challenge you. What are you going to put out there for your followers, for your family? You know, like my daughter, my daughter isn't like a full-blown musician. I've been trying to get her to learn and play more. She does a lot of stuff that she likes, but she started moving like even further away from like playing. You can't force people. But what she created, it sounded decent, and it wasn't even on Suno or Udio. It was this unknown software that I can't even remember. But the point is, get something out and just give it to your family members as a present. Write a song about them. Give it to them as a gift. I challenge you. Are you going to do it? Maybe you could give it to your significant other, your kid, your relative, your friend. Do it. Do it. Make the world a better place with your music. Thank you very much, my friends. It's been your buddy Phil the creator, the AI nutcase who's trying to get everyone on board with AI, or at least to know about it, because I know some people are still going to be the resistance. No, I don't want to go. No, don't take me. I don't want to go, Phil. I know some of you like that. It's okay. It's okay. At your own time, at your own pace. All right, my friends, appreciate you. And I'm going to take us out with one of my new releases, Having a Party. That's what we've been doing. See you next week, hopefully. Make sure you join the Reddit. I'm gonna put a link in the chat. We got a new Reddit group. Thank you, amazing video. Oh, Truth Seeker. Beg your pardon. Thank you. Basis. Take six are the boys. Those are my guys right there. Six. Great company to be in. Put a link there. If you don't know Take Six, go check them out. Yeah, Take Six, they made me do stuff like this. So like this song, I actually had to put in a vocal prompt for it because Suno didn't want to let me have my way. But after putting a vocal prompt with a reasonable arrangement of this song, then it went all a cappella. This is a classic Take Six ending after all the madness. That's a classic Take Six ending. Yeah, right there. Classic Take Six ending. For those of you who want to release your music, definitely check out DistroKid, please. Very straightforward process. Highly recommend.
Now you know the truth, your soul can soar. When you live the truth, your spirit flies.
Ridiculous. Okay, my friends, it's been fun. I'll see you next week. You take care and get that music out. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Stop being scared. Scared. Get it out, please. and make the world a better place. Take care. Bye for now.